I adjust my supplement rotation if I'm trying to address a specific health concern like bone density or heart health? So I will say that this is the same thing I would always recommend, and that if you are taking medications for these things, the medication has to be considered first before you consider any other supplementation. Sometimes the physician will recommend supplementation along with the medication. And so that would indicate that they have considered what the medication and the supplement does and that they are good with combining them. But remember here that anything can build up toxicity, especially if your body really doesn't need it to that degree. And the other thing I will say is that your body was designed to repair itself, to do repair and maintenance naturally. So if that's not happening, something is going on to create a problem. I was meeting with a woman this week. My husband had a hip surgery recently, and so I typically share that with people. And she said, I had a hip replacement too. And she showed me her x-rays where her hip had degenerated to the point where literally there was no ball, no head on her bone. And she said she had degenerated to the point of being in a wheelchair. And now she was able to do everything, play pickleball, do Pilates. So, certainly if the degeneration gets to the point where you are not mobile, then surgery is definitely your only option at that point. But let's not let it get to that point. At the first signs, when you start seeing joint aching and signs that there's toxicity building up in your joints, let's deal with that so that you don't end up needing surgery. I can tell you that my husband now is taking a different approach so that his other hip doesn't ultimately need surgery. There's lots of people that end up having one joint done and then they need the other side done within a few years. So let's not even get it started with the first side. If you are not taking medication, then your goal is really just to restore homeostasis with any of these supplements or otherwise. And so all we're really trying to do is reboot our system to remind it what it's designed to do naturally. Again, it's supposed to do all the repair and maintenance necessary all by itself with just our raw building blocks that we consume: food, air, water. We want to make sure that we're not interfering with that and we're not creating more toxicity by trying to artificially solve a problem. Rather, we want to make sure that we are focusing on the root cause, have a root cause resolution focus.